Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this live show. That is just me. So we'll see how this goes. Don't have any guests lined up to be on here with me tonight. Um, but looking forward to hopefully having a few folks hop on here. I wanted to do this stream tonight because I didn't put a video out on Thursday, and I'd been pretty consistent of giving you guys content on Mondays and Thursdays for the last few weeks. I've been trying to be more consistent with that. You can expect it Mondays and Thursdays. We'll get something out for you, but this week was a little different. Since Ty was sick last weekend, and then that carried over. And then for those of y'all that have been following us on the social media platforms, then you know that the rest of the family is sick. Ty, we took him last week, and he just had then bronchitis, is what we were told, because all his tests were negative. And then he was okay. And then Jess got really, really sick and went and got tested, and they said, yep, flu. And sure enough, that same day, I went and picked Ty up from after school. He was lethargic. Chad was not feeling too bad, but made the decision to take him to urgent care that same night because he said that he had a cough. And so, like, okay, let's go ahead and get them tested. And sure enough, both of them were positive. And Chad had a fever of like 102. It's like you weren't even complaining of being hot or cold. So I don't know how, knock on anything wooden, I'm not sick. I've got sinus issues like normal, but aside from that, I'm in the clear and just trying to stay clear of everybody. Hey guys, Liz, I don't know if it's just you or if it's you and Chris, but hey, glad you guys were able to join me tonight. I truly appreciate it. And thank you very much for the well wishes. The youngest is really on the mend. He's running his mouth like normal, and he's been playing with friends on his iPad all day, so I think he's okay. Our oldest now, though, he's really feeling it. He hadn't really wanted to move or do much anything. We got him to eat something for the first time in a couple days. And then Jess is doing a little better, but she's still hurting. So hopefully tomorrow will be another step forward. Need to get out of this cold cave. Yeah, I had the Fortress of Solitude here as my background last week for that live, and with me trying to be isolated, I just thought that it would be perfect to continue with this background this week, just to have. And since I'm by myself, I thought it was very, very fitting that I'm trying to isolate. It almost feels like the COVID days again, which I do not miss whatsoever. And thank you both so much for tuning in to me basically talk to a wall. I appreciate it. We just got done earlier today. We watched y'all's latest video about your C-Day. And that was great to see. I enjoyed watching y'all play trivia. I think my favorite moment of the video, though, had to be the 10 or 15 seconds that Chris didn't realize he was on camera. That brought a good chuckle out of me. Yeah, I try not to. Yeah, especially being a teacher. That was a rough period for us, and everything that we had to deal with and go through for that year and a half, 2 years really, for that point. But I'm not sure how long I'll stay live tonight. I have a friend doing something at 8:00. He's doing his very first stream on something else on a different app on my phone I had to download. So I'm going to catch him doing that. It's my friend Jason, not NP3D Jason. For those of y'all that have been watching the last couple live streams, that jack of all trades, who knows what he's up to. But this is Jason from That Weekend Warrior channel. He's doing something with his retro toys and stuff tonight. So I made a point that I was going to be on to watch his live. And so we'll see. That's at 8 o'clock though. And we've basically just been hanging out around the house today. I've gone out and done some errands just to try to get out of this house. And we've gotten caught up on a bunch of TV. It was miserable. It was remote learning was a whole new thing. And luckily I've got high schoolers, so they took to it a lot more than the younger kids. So that made my life a little easier. But we watched, I'm trying to think of everything we watched today. We got caught up on our YouTubers that we watched. We finished watching The Perfect Couple on Netflix. We've been watching that over the last 2 weeks. It's only 6 episodes, but it's hard for us to, find time to watch things. But we really enjoyed that. That was very good. So we're going to be looking for another show like that. We've yet to watch the new episode of The Traitors. We absolutely love The Traitors on Peacock, and Ty watches that with us. Ty loves that show. Hate all the language in it, especially since he watches it. But it's so much fun. We really enjoy that. And we started to do some laundry today ourselves because just hadn't felt like it. So we're trying to get sheets washed and blankets washed and stuff like that. We also got caught up on Abbott Elementary. We love Abbott Elementary, and we had 2 episodes of that to watch. Now, I don't know why we gravitated to Perfect Couple. Maybe Nicole Kidman. I love Nicole Kidman. We've watched a lot of her stuff that she's been in recently, but there's something about a thriller and a mystery, and we get caught up in that. We like true crime stuff, but we need more shows like A Perfect Couple. So I added a couple more things to our Netflix list that were in like the more like this section once we were finished with that. Squid Game. Yes. I've watched Squid Game. The new season, that was just me. Jess isn't very much into shows like that. So I watched the original when it came out, and I did enjoy this abbreviated season 2, or what might, I guess, be season 2 part 1. But it got me. I was hooked in. Really liked season 1. Season 2, I didn't know where they would go with it, but I thought they've done a great job so far. Really enjoy some of the new additions to the show. Like, I hated Thanos. Thanos was awful. Just an awful dude. Easy to hate. And I'm trying to think of some of the other characters because it's been a few weeks since I finished it. I don't remember the name of the trans character that's new this year, but I really like what they've done with her, and how, unlike a lot of shows that are trying to get the LGBTQ groups just shoehorned in so that they can say, hey, yay, we have a character that fits that. She has a fantastic storyline and everything like that. So like, they did her justice. And I really like the mom and the son too. Oh, Cheddar's going to join me here. I don't know if my virtual background will like having him here beside me, but we'll see. So y'all can see the kitty. He'll make his way in. He's been sitting in front of the fire for a little bit now, so he's all extra warm. I did go out and I ate at a new restaurant tonight. So that's going to be a vlog for you guys. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put that out on Monday or if I want to put it out on Thursday, because again, I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to do a Monday and Thursday vlog this week, just like this past week, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out and film anything tomorrow with everybody still being so sick here. So I'll have to make that determination if I just go down to one vlog. But that was the main reason why I wanted to make sure that I did a live tonight. I know it's been 3 weeks in a row that I've done a live on the weekends after never having done one. Last week was Saturday, tonight's Saturday. The first week was on a Friday night. I don't plan on making these a weekly thing just because I can never guarantee what's going on and what we're going to be doing. So I don't want folks to get used to us doing a weekly live, but I am enjoying these. I was a little nervous to do this one tonight with it just being me and not having a couple of friends to bounce things off of, but so far so good. Or at least I feel that way. I will say we do have, I need everybody to get healthy because of the fact that we got big things coming up. We got a few weeks, but Chad and I are going to be heading down to Florida. So Liz, Chris, we won't be too awful far away from you guys. We're going to be down in Lakeland for the Valentine's weekend. We're coming down on the 14th, and then we'll be headed back up here. Let's see, what date would that be? The 17th. So we leave Friday, come back Monday, but we'll be staying in Lakeland. And we're going to Sir Henry's on Saturday and Sunday night. So that's what we'll be doing. He is really excited. I'm really excited for that. Well, darn. Timing just doesn't work out well if you guys are going cruising. I saw on social media today that Scott leaving for a cruise today? I think I saw that this morning on his, and I was kind of surprised because, I mean, then again, I'm sitting there thinking last night was a late night with when the live ended for him to be up and hopping a flight or something like that to go on a cruise. He left today on the Dream. Okay. And then y'all cruise with him next month. Goodness gracious. I wish we had the ability to just hop on a boat and go whenever we wanted. We actually just booked our cruise for this year because I think we're only going to be able to do one. But we're going in September. We're going to be on Royal's newest ship that debuts this year, the Star of the Seas. Yeah, no kids. Ours definitely, yeah, we, with me being a teacher and then being in school, we kind of have to work with our breaks. And Jess started a new job back in October after being where she was for 16 years, 17 years. And then so she's trying to accrue more time off that she doesn't have yet, that wasn't not built up. But yeah, so we booked Star of the Seas. We're going on a week long, so it is kind of expensive. It's not Disney expensive, but this will be our second cruise on Royal. Prior to that, all we'd done is Disney. So Disney cruising was all we knew. We went on Utopia of the Seas this past year and had kind of mixed feelings about it. So we're looking forward to Star. Ty, our youngest, when we got off Utopia, saw an advertisement for this in the terminal and was like, I want to go on that ship. And so it just so happened when we were looking that it had a itinerary that fit the time that we wanted and where we wanted, because Jess wanted to go somewhere different. And so we're going to the other side of the Caribbean, and we've got stops in Roatan and I think Costa Maya in Mexico. And she's never been to Mexico. Neither one of us have ever been to Honduras. So really looking forward to that. But again, have to wait a while. We do not have Shipmate. What is Shipmate? Y'all are going to have to explain that one to me. I'm assuming it's an app. And since you guys are pitching it here, I'm assuming that it could help me save money maybe, but definitely interested. So yeah, you guys probably would not enjoy Disney. With there being no casino. Yeah. Jess is our casino goer. Out of the two of us, I don't know what it is about me. And I know she's rolling her eyes and shaking her head, but I'm one of those folks that, like, I have money in my pocket. Why do I want to gamble my money away and not have my money? I don't know. I'm awful. So like I let her go to the casino and have fun and not worry about me. Okay, so let's see what the Shipmate thing is here, because maybe it's something I can get Jess to do while I am over here. An app where you can track your cruises and can friend people so you can see where your friends cruise. Okay, I like that. Yeah, so no money saving, but yeah, absolutely. That would be great. I like no risk, no reward. Y'all can win more money. Yeah. You know what's sad? Because I told you guys I'm big on trivia. I love trivia on ships, and I love trivia in games. And I'm always the one that's like, yeah, go big or go home. Let's bank all the points. But yet, when it comes to real money, I'm the first to be like, maybe not. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's. I don't know where I get it. I don't know if it's my parents, but that's just my mentality with it. So like that's why I have to let her go. And right now it's only us going on this cruise. We had a couple of our friends join us for the Utopia. I don't know if anybody's going to join us this time or not. So I don't know. Don't know if she'll go to the casino by herself or how much time she'll be in the casino if she does go. So I might have to go with her and just put on my brave face, put on my big boy pants, and let her have fun. Oh, yes. Yeah, again, we watched your video. There's zero chance that person got all of those slogans. Zero chance. I feel that way. People lie on those all the time. I don't think we've ever won a trivia or anything like that on any of the cruises, but I just enjoy it because it's fun. It's something to do. It's something different. I just love it. That's what people now use Google during trivia. Yeah, well, I think people have always done that. They say stay off your phones, but nobody polices it whatsoever. Just being on a cruise, yes, yeah, and here's what's crazy. When it comes to cruising, we did not take our first cruise until, what do you think? Was it 2017? Okay, it was probably 2017. Like we had been married for a year. No, less than a year, 9 years. We've been married 9 years before we ever went on a cruise. It was something that our families didn't do. For whatever reason, growing up, we just never went on a cruise. She never went on a cruise. And I don't remember why we decided to, but like we actually went with my family. Like we made it a family thing. It was just a short 3-day cruise, I think, on the Disney Dream, and loved it. It's like, why have we never done this before? We're eating this incredible food all the time that we don't have to pay for, and we're going to the private islands and the beaches, and then oh, she could teach me how to gamble. Yeah, she would. She could teach me how to gamble. Yeah, she's over there shaking her head. I don't think she wants to teach me how to gamble. 99 was y'all's first cruise, your honeymoon. That's awesome. I won't date myself by telling y'all what I was doing in 1999. But Jess and I, we made that critical mistake of we did Disney World on our honeymoon. That's where we went in June. Yeah, so you can have an idea of how that worked out for us. But we still love Disney. We still love Universal. We haven't gone to either in a little while. We did do. I don't think we did anything last year. No, did we do Mickey's Not So Scary? Was that this past year? Are you sure? Oh, excuse me. She's playing her game, her scavenger hunt game on her phone. That was the game that you guys, Liz and Chris, y'all messed her up from last night when we were watching y'all's live. She got distracted. Yes, very much so. Yes. What's weird is one of the only memories that I have of our honeymoon was waiting in line for Splash Mountain. Oh, yeah, that had something to do with it. It was that, and let's see, the miming and a lot of what Scotty was saying that distracted her. Think we had a lot of what are we watching going on, which made for it even funnier. Yeah, hey, I get it. You guys are having fun. It's enjoyable to watch. That is for sure. Made for a good night. It's been a fun couple Friday nights. The fact that we've been able to hop on there and join y'all 2 weeks in a row after catching the replay the prior week, that first week. And then, oh, I hear children. I don't know if Jess is going to catch them or if I'm going to have to do something, because I did not tell them I was going live tonight. And normally I give them a heads up, but they've been so quiet and to themselves today. I didn't think that I would need to. Y'all don't know what you're doing. Yeah, week in and week out, I could see how that would play out. That you never know what's going to happen on a live stream with you guys. It's definitely been fun. I've thought about filling out the form to get us on there, but part of me almost feels like we're too squeaky clean that we wouldn't bring as many jokes or as many fun moments as some of the other folks that y'all have on there. But we'll see. I mean, it's definitely been enjoyable to watch the last couple nights, like I said. So we need to do that. Eli, oh, thank you for the best psych teacher comment. Much appreciated. You guys know absolutely how much I enjoy teaching psychology. That reminds me, I need to put out a Psych Zone video. Maybe that's what I could do for the second video this week, because I haven't done one since last fall. And so I have enough time that I could do some research and put together a Psych Zone video. Oh, so Liz saying this. Liz, it's not you I'm worried about. I know you'll be good. It's the tassel twirler over there. But then again, whatever he's doing tonight, I can't see, and neither can the children. Okay, we'll fill out the form. I think I might have it on my Safari on my phone. I know I clicked on it that very first night and pulled it up so that I'd have it, but I haven't filled it out yet simply because I didn't want to get turned away. Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome. Oh, see, I wish this is one of um this is one of my big things that I wish I could do over. I did not start teaching psychology until 2015, 2015, 2016. So almost a decade. Um, and I'm 18 years into teaching. This is my 18th year teaching. And psych was something that when I started teaching it at the school that I'm at, there was one class offered of it all year long, and there were only 10 kids in it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take this over and I'm going to put myself into it, and I'm going to see if I can build this up, because I don't want to have a class with just 10 kids. I want this. If I'm going to do this, I want it to be bigger. And I didn't know much about psych at the time because my degree is in social sciences. So psychology's included, sociology's included, philosophy, and then all the histories. And up to that point, I'd taught everything but sociology, psychology, and philosophy. And now philosophy is the only one that I've never taught. But I fell in love with psychology, and I was so disappointed that I never even took it in college. I didn't take it in high school myself. And so now I've been teaching it for almost a decade. And I have AP psychology that I've been doing for the last 5 years. And I've gotten a lot of kids into that. And now my favorite thing is hearing from former students that have gone on and major in psych. And I met up with one of them that I taught my very first year doing AP. So 5 years ago, I saw him working his side job over the summer, and he told me that he had just started the doctorate program for psychology at Kennesaw State, which is right down the road from us. So that is, I cannot say enough what it's done to help me. And exactly, that is exactly why, I always loved people watching, but now this, and the kids are always like, are you psychoanalyzing us? Are you, or it's like, yes, of course I am. I can't turn it off. Whenever you start talking and my mind starts running, and especially kids today, they don't realize half the stuff that they say, do, etc. Of course, we're gonna sit there and think about it and analyze it. Yeah, Chris, she's still married to you after majoring in psych. Yeah, I get that a lot. Now, I try not to. I try not to bring that here at home very much. I use it a lot, and I talk to the boys about a lot of it as well. So that, like, Ty really has hopped onto reverse psychology. He thinks that's a cool concept. Um, and so he's all, whenever we're playing video games, that's his thing. He's going to yell out insults and say it's reverse psychology to help us play better or make us do better. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. I don't even want to imagine, Liz, crazy things you see and hear. I'm sure, and I don't know. I have a feeling it might only be getting worse, depending on where you are and what you're dealing with, especially with the rollback of the DEI everywhere under our new leadership in Washington there. Yeah, reverse psychology to a 9-year-old is I'm going to insult you and I'm going to say this so that I can get away with saying it. So I'm not being ugly. Just helping him. Retail still, yeah. God bless you, Chris. I don't. Oh man, I retail and fast food workers and yeah, frontline people like that, man, the crazies come out for you guys. So bless your hearts. I mean, I know I teach, but I see a lot, but I feel like you guys see even more of it. Uh, man, I had a thought of what I was going to talk about next, and it went away. Oh, one of the things that yeah, I'm going to put this up here because that's awesome. And that's kind of what, we're all about. It's one of the reasons that we started this channel. Um, the whole creation of Coker culture started as a conglomerate of things. First, both boys were going through a phase where they said they wanted to be YouTubers for a living, that's what they wanted to do. And so I finally decided, well, we've been toying around with this idea for a while. So let's start it up. Let's show them the amount of work and stuff like that that goes into it, and how it goes. And so they've seen our growth, which has been slow and steady. It's not built overnight. We're not overnight sensations, and by any means. And then on top of that, for what we stand for and our whole "What's Your Why" slogan. And it's a motto we live by and try to live out. And we're here to show fun things and new places, um, whether they be local or far away. But the whole message that we try to bring is helping people find their purpose. And that's what I do for a living as a teacher. It's what I try my best to do, is help folks answer that question. Why do you wake up in the morning? What is it that you're doing, and why are you doing it? Why are you passionate about what you're passionate about? Find out what that is. And a lot of that is it's psychological as well. It's helping mental health. It's helping figure out motivation and drive and things like that. Yeah, notes help. I should have written down what I wanted, because I did have a mental list, but of course I get on here and get sidetracked, and it's like, ooh, squirrel, and there there goes my mental list. It's completely gone. Um, oh, hold on, I misclicked here so far. Pennytized. I mean, monetization is a goal. I'd like to get there. It's not that we need the extra money or things like that. Um, my whole thing has just been about reach. I feel like the more people we have, the more folks that can hear this message, and hopefully, the more folks that will continue to, just help us spread that message and things like that. And we do have merch. I get that question a lot, especially from kids, and they don't realize it or don't know it. And it's like, yeah, I put it in the description of every video. You can go to our merch site, which we don't get a single dollar from. So again, we're not in it for the money. Just again, for folks that want to have a piece of Coker Culture merch and help spread the word about our channel and what we're trying to do. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, what your sense of purpose in HR. I can totally. Why do we do the way that we do? Okay, Chris says, where is your merch site? All right, let me see if I can pull up the link, and if I can, I will drop it in the chat. because it's a small site. It right now there's only 3 shirts. We only have 3 designs. That is one of my goals for this year that I talked about in our goal setting video, was to get more designs, more merch. There we go. So it's posted there. There it is. But the site is run by one of our dear good friends who has her own business, where she makes and sells shirts. She's done them for our high school teams and things like that for years. So I trusted her to do this. And so I need to get with her to do some new stuff, because I've had a lot of requests for hoodies and long sleeve stuff, because right now it's just 3 t-shirts. And I know folks would like magnets and things like that. And we appreciate you guys for sending your magnets or stickers in the box that you sent with the necklace. And Jess loves the necklace. So can't wait to, have her feel a little better so we can get that posted to our social media sites. Yeah, that's what I heard. And we brought that up. I don't know on our live if it was brought up last week or if it was the week before. Jason and Ascalon were both talking about how, I should have the ability to do super chats and even memberships. But yeah, that's the watch hours are what are holding me back from doing that. Right now, I'm at 1,877 for the last year. So I'm a little over halfway there. So if I could get more traffic, we'll see. But I'd like that. And the main reason they brought it up was so that I could use my money to build out a live studio or something like that I could I could look more professional, I guess. And thank you guys. Yeah, we've got kind of a big backlog for being a small channel. At least I think so. I tried to put together playlists of our previous trips. One of the main things we started the channel when we did was because we had a trip going to the Galactic Star Cruiser, which is now no longer open. So that was one of our better videos, or the couple that we were there, because it was kind of exclusive. Not a lot of folks were able to do it. And I couldn't agree with y'all more here on it being a team sport. And I've made so many friends in this community and tried to build on that. And, I talked to you guys in an email, about the community closings that we've been doing on the channel, trying to get additional eyes to our friends and helping them out that way by letting them film a closing for us and then plugging it in. I've got another one of my buddies that sent me one this week. So the video that I've got going out this next week will have his closing on there. But yeah, it's very much a team sport of building people up and helping their channels. I've always wondered, why is it so hard for folks to click the like button? Do they just forget? That's almost one of my things with all of my friends and their videos. It's like, okay, the second that I pull this up, I need to just go ahead and smash the like button, or I need to make sure I go back and smash the like button. And I'm always going to find something to comment on too, because that is my favorite thing about YouTube. I love comments, because it means, again, it's part of that community. It's part of that interaction. And so that's what I love the most. Well, thank you guys. Yeah, I love my house. I love the things around it. I really don't know where I would try to even build a studio. We've got a spare bedroom, and that's probably where I'd try to set it up. But both of them do Ascalon and Jason, both of them do a lot of other things beside vlog, and we're mainly vloggers. That's what we do. We're going to go out and film our experiences and tell you about them. So it's not a lot of editing compared to slicing together video games and stuff like that. And I'm not having to trim a lot of footage or anything. So most of my editing is actually done in iMovie on my phone more so than anything else. So I haven't needed, anything really big or fancy or things like that. A lot of the folks that I watch don't have a lot of that, and their vlogging channels have taken off. Just put stuff on the wall. Yeah, what's weird is we've been in this house for over a decade, and we still have a lot of bare space. It's something that we haven't gotten around to. Jess is a great decorator and painter. And so we've got some, like the boys' game room is incredible. Like the wall she did in there is just really, really cool. Used to watch a ton of YouTube on the TV and had no idea. And I know folks do. I know folks do say that they'll put it in their video of make sure you like, make sure you comment, and I hate feeling like I'm begging for that, but I know I do say it in my closings sometimes, and I don't know if people even make it that far in the video. And I know others will insert graphics and things like that at certain points of their videos, reminding people to like and subscribe. But that's how we watch most of our YouTube stuff, is on the TV. We'll pull it up in the app on Roku, and we'll sit down and watch it. We don't do a lot of watching on our phones or tablets or things like that. Woo, 4 hours of editing. Yikes. And I'm sure that's nothing compared to some people, but again, that's one of those things that, like, and I don't know. I don't know how I'd go. If I was a perfectionist, maybe, but I don't mind leaving in, like, if I flub up the way that I say certain things, I'm going to leave that in because it's funny. There are only a few things that I'll edit out and stuff like that. And I'm not huge on adding background music or anything like in that regard. See, and I love that, Chris. I love, and again, that goes back to my whole community thing that I love, is you're supporting your friends, and that's the cool thing. If I've gotten a couple magnets that we have around the house, mainly on the fridge and stuff like that, from some of our creators. I've got one of my buddy Ascalon's shirts that I'll wear around. I've got a few of the Trackers merchandise that I absolutely love, and I'll wear that around. Even though they're not a part of the community, we just love them. They're one of the reasons we got into YouTube. And then my buddy Ryan, whose channel's over Exploring, I've got a shirt that's got his logo on there as well. He didn't even know he had forgotten he had stuff, so I surprised it for him one day. Say it in 2 minutes. That's what I should do. Is I need to try to find some way to add it in near the beginning of our videos, or to find some way of getting a graphic in there that shows somebody pressing the like button. And a lot of the good ones with the big numbers will do that before they even get into their content. Do it midway on the yakety yak. I've watched a few of those. Chris, I don't know how you do it multiple times a week, going in and just trimming down what he says and trying to give that to everybody. We need to get stickers. That's our problem. Right now we don't have any stickers or magnets, and I feel like our logo, the illustrated one, would be a good one to have in the form of a magnet or something like that. So, yeah, and this is something that I will say when it comes to copywriting. I still, even though we're not monetized, I try to go ahead and do that. I try to get rid of anything that's copywritten on there just so I'm already used to the process of taking that stuff out. So I know it means nothing now. And if we get there, it would mean something so that none of my videos would have any strikes against them that I'd have to worry about later. So I'd rather go ahead and fix it on one end. Well, thank you guys. Yeah. So I'll have to talk to her about seeing if we can get, or if she has the ability to make magnets, and see if we can do that and get that up on the site too. Because that is, I've done, looking at the goals that I wrote out and made the video about, we've accomplished a lot of them already, or we're in the process of doing that. And then I just need to get the ball rolling in a couple other areas, and that's one of them, is getting in touch with her about what can be done. Liz does all the work. Yeah, our channel, it's mostly me. I'll be honest with that, and it's not that Jess doesn't. It's not that if I asked her to, she wouldn't. She used to do a lot of our thumbnails because I hated trying to figure out and making a thumbnail. But I've kind of taken that over with Canva too. Just one less thing. I just want to try to get her in the videos. That's one thing that we've been talking about on our lives, is getting our wives to participate in our videos more, because I tend to notice that when Jess is in a video, it gets more views. So I need her in it. And right now, with her being sick, she's not going to be in the next few. Sticker Mule. Okay, I'll make a note of Sticker Mule. And they said hot sauce. I love hot sauce. I've got a huge collection of hot sauce. Okay, maybe it's a wife thing, because that is exactly her. She grew up an only child and hates being the center of attention, so she doesn't like having the camera on her at all. And yeah, me being a teacher, being up in front of people all the time, I've got no problem with it. And of course, the boys being boys, they don't mind having a camera on them, and they want to talk and they want to be heard. So I'm lucky when I can get her on camera and wanting to participate. Like our date night video last week, I thought was really good. And she was on camera and she did great, and she participated and helped out. And so hopefully more of those. But like when we go and film on the Sir Henry, that whole weekend, whatever we put together, that'll just be Chad and me. So she'll be up here. And it's good hot sauce too. Okay, I'm really going to have to look into that too, then, because like I said, I'm a hot sauce aficionado. I just love, I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite, but I love trying them. Yeah, I'm glad that we found you guys too. And, really, really neat that we met through Ren, who I absolutely adore and love her. I like living through her adventures that she's going on and doing. I know that she's on a cruise right now too, or about to be. And so that was really neat that we met through her live, and now I'm hooked on y'all's channel and y'all stuff, and same with Scott. But Hot Wings, is that Hot Ones? Or I don't know if I've ever watched it. I know that I only watch like one YouTube food show, which is shocking because I know I do food reviews and stuff like that. But I watch Sunny on the Best Food Review Show. Like, I absolutely love what he does, because I've actually watched his videos with my classes when I teach geography, because he does such a great job of giving the culture and the history of places that he goes and eats as well. But no, I don't watch Hot Ones. Yeah, Ren is great. I don't even remember how Ren and I found each other. I think it was on Instagram. I think one day she found us and liked something that we posted, and so went back, found her, and started watching her stuff, and we've just gone back and forth ever since. She's awesome. She's on my list, or on my goal list, of hoping to get to meet this year, because I don't know if it'll happen, because she seems to be on the move again, and who knows what her life is going to hold in store. But I will keep her, living her best life. Yes, she absolutely is. And she's at that age where she absolutely can and should. Because once you get on up there in years, and us with kids, what we want to do, it takes a backseat big time. A lot of sacrifice and things like that. But all right, I've got about 10 minutes until 8. So I think I am going to call it off here very shortly, so that I can check on the family, see if they need me to do anything before my buddy Jason goes live on, what is this app? Let me find it, because again, it's something I've never heard of today. Whatnot. It's an app called Whatnot, where it's like a live video of him showing his stuff, merchandise, etc., for like live shopping, I think. But I said that I would hop on, so I want to hop on there and see him. And then we'll probably find something on TV to watch as well. Yeah, us old people. Yeah, and I'm sure this is nothing to y'all, but it is to me. I turn 40 this year. Jess does too later on, but middle of summer, I'll turn the big 40. We don't ever do anything big for my birthday. That's just been me. And the hope is, if we can afford it, I wanted to do something kind of big for my 40th. So that's hopefully on the horizon. Finger crossed. I'm not going to talk about it just in case we don't make it happen. But if we do, it's going to be awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me, because if y'all weren't here talking to me and giving me things to talk about, I would have been really bored, and this may have lasted all of 15 minutes. Well, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Liz, for making that one sneak up on you. My apologies. That was not my intention. But all right, you guys have a good night. For everybody that watched the replay of this, thank you. Really appreciate you coming and hanging out with me whenever you decided to turn the video on. And like we always say, until next time, what's your why?